All right, welcome to our second match of the day. We are taking on a Ninja Lucina team, and my oh my, this one is gonna be tough. I have no counters to this hawk bird lady. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna do about her. I'm just gonna set it up and hope that Erica is able to tank this bird because it's going to come down to a speed check, and this is currently the fastest unit that I have. Larather's here, so I can't double save. Well, I mean, I could set it up to potentially double save, but I don't like my odds. It would be Grima, who would be the far save, but Fjorm would get demolished by this rearmed Lucina who has Miracle, Ascended Fjorm, who is on that team. So that is just not going to be the play, which leaves us with Erica. And I don't think I could player phase this either, because I don't know the matchup into this new Neathhogger. I don't know if Bernie could take her out. Bernie has a strong matchup into the other Neathhogger because of the color advantage, but blue versus blue, I don't know if Bernie wins this one, so she probably does. I'm just not aware of it as of yet. So we're gonna go with Erica. Oh, did I say that this was Neathhogger? New Year's Neathhogger was the only unit that I didn't get off the banner. I did not. She did not come home, so I don't know what any of her matchups are like. I don't think I'm gonna be able to summon for her, even though I did go back in on that banner to get another copy of this New Year's Hearthfelger because I think she is absolutely amazing. I think she is the best damage dealer in the game currently. The Neathhoggers are up there as well, but I want to give Hearthfelger the edge because of the mobility. Neathhogger does some insane amount of damage, but Hearthfelger, because of her mobility, I think she is the best in the game. Both versions, the Mythic and the New Year's version, I think both of them are top tier. But especially with the build that this one has with the Potent, definitely makes her a lot more difficult to take out. But yeah, we've seen this Erica team before. I'm just going to set it up so that Erica can do her thing. I'm just going to make sure that I get the spacing conditions correct. And then, because ultimately this is going to come down to a speed check. And as you can see, Erica is getting debuffed here, which is not great. I think we're going to have to get Peony involved somehow, because Peony has the penalty neutralization.
I'll pay them a visit.
So luckily, I think we're able to just back off with Seteth, and
I will be cautious.
I think we'll have the turns.
I will try.
I'm gonna wait until turn 3 for this one, just to get Yo. To be fair, I did say I would never do that, because why try to win on turn 3 when you could just win on turn 1? But I don't think I'm going to win this without Peony, to be fair. So I think that is definitely going to have to be the option. Even though I have all of these status effects and all of these buffs and everything, I don't think Erica is going to be fast enough to outspeed this unmerged Neathhogger. I don't think we're going to be fast enough, though. I'm going to wait until Peony pops out, which is on turn 3, and then we're gonna see how the matchup works then, and that's also an odd number turn, so we get the full effect of the speed wave thing. So there's that as well to take into consideration. But let's back off with Seteth, who is actually, like, I was thinking about it, man, and he might have gotten the best refine in the last couple of years. I want to say probably up until, I want to go as far back as Legendary Seliph. Well, probably even further back, because the thing about Seteth's refine, probably I want to put it on par with
Let us begin.
Ashnard, right? And the reason being is that it is literally free stats. That's the thing about Seteth's refine. He doesn't really have a lot of combat potential, but the stats that he gives out will never fall off. it's always going to be beneficial to get plus 14 or how much ever it is that he gives
What should I do?
as a drive, plus the lull. So that's never going to not be good. No matter how powerful the units that we get this year are going to be, Seteth will always be a fantastic support just because of the fact that the drive, it's just that strong. Unless we start seeing more feud skills in the meta, unless those start to become more prominent in the form of like weapon effects, stuff like that, we get more emblas, then it could potentially fall off because you're not getting the effect at that point. But then at that point you're really just depending on a singular unit to tank everything based off that singular unit's stats, which is not a stage I think the game is going to get to, because even when we had Ike as a thing, the game you were still able to support Ike. So I don't think we're going to ever get to that stage. Which means that Seteth will just always be good, unless we're going to start getting effects that force him to go 4 spaces back, but that's kind of crazy because there's not much map space left for your support effects to go even further into the back row. So yeah, unless they give us the portrait mode and we're able to swipe across and get a bigger map that way. Unless that happens, then I could potentially, unless they make Grand Conquest, maps into Ether race maps, I don't see 4 spaces becoming a thing. So I think Seteth is going to be very good for until the game ends, because just the amount of stats that he gives, it helps any unit that is meta. Older units to a lesser extent, but any new unit with the additional stats really benefits from having it around. I saw a ton of him in SDR while practicing. Not necessarily in SDR, there were a couple, but while practicing for SDR, I saw everyone is just using Seteth or Blue Feud in conjunction with Lyn. So yeah, I guess that's enough about Seteth. We're gonna go ahead and do the thing with Erica now.
Is it time?
I was double checking just to make sure that I still, because I keep making, I didn't want to make another mistake with Reagan and then, have her get stuck while trying to get the pots. But Reagan is also an integral part of this team. Well, you've seen the team before, so you know the team composition. Reagan is very important because of the special jump. So I'm going to set her up somewhere nearby so that she can do that. And I've been trying to get the pots because the turn wheels are turning, so we're running out of turns to get this wrapped up. And I didn't want to get to the last turn and then, miss a pot. So we're going to start. I've been breaking the structure so that I can, start getting the pots. I'm probably going to swap this, the thing of the style effect off Rune. I mean, he hits hard, but, I don't know. There's something about him that I'm just not enjoying. So I'm probably going to swap it off him and give it to, Celine at some point in the future, whenever I remake this team. He keeps dying to the counterattack, and I don't like that. Unless, I think I said this before, Wind Sweep would be great for him, but I think he just needs full Wind Sweep, because even though there's Wind Sweep in the style effect, it's conditional, and I think he's more likely to meet speed checks against low armors than to depend on the style effect. So I think that would be a safer way for him to initiate. Either that or I get some type of flash effect on the team, which I don't see how I'm going to do that. So I feel like Wind Sweep is the play. But yeah, interesting trap layout, because you can see that, well, I can see why, because I don't think this team has any Breath of Life. I mean, okay, Ather is there with a build that I actually am considering. I wanted to see how it tested. I wanted to see if it became... Also, I only have 1 copy of the Goose Friend 4 left, so I really wanted to see if someone else use it, just to see how well it performed, in terms of whether or not I should father that to her, because I didn't realize that I only had 1 copy of the Goose Friend 4 left. I was actually considering summoning on the legendary banners for a copy of Emblem Ike, just so I can get another copy of Lagoose Friend 4 because all of my fodder banks are pretty much done. It's on, of course, Tamara and Erica and Sita, but it's also on Sonya, and I have no more copies of Sonya left, so that is quite unfortunate for me. Ooh, I didn't expect that Oh, we double. Oh. Ooh, we double. Whoa.
For the mission.
That's the potent. She's getting the potent follow-up there, and we should get the KO here. We would have probably one-shot if we were able to support with Hexblade, because Gutso has support Hexblade. So the good thing about this is that Lucina didn't have the cooldown required to get her miracle pre-charge. She would have had to have used her assist to get the swap off. But I planned for that, and that's why my advantage went off the way that it did. But that was fantastic. That was really fantastic. That got a little bit hairy there, but we're almost out of the dark part. Just gonna tank the rest of these annoying units, and then we should be good to go. We want to get at least the Ather off the map, and then we can call it a day. It's turn 4. We get one more special jump out of Erica, out of Reagan, and then that's it. So we're gonna get the pot, and then figure out the rest of it from here. Man, yo, that could have went so left. I'm really happy that Erica was able to outspeed there. I wonder how close it was, because Erica has a ton of support just to get support and merges, I want to add, just to get close to outspeeding Hearthfelga there, and it was really close because that wasn't a full out even because you can, even with against someone that has potent, you can win the speed check to such a state where they don't double you at all. They don't get a follow-up attack. So yeah, I think that was a lot closer than it looked. It's really good that Erica was able to get a double there, because of course it looked like we needed it to take her out. I wonder if we would have died on the second hit. I don't think we would have died, because we were winning the speed check, so we'd have still gotten damage reduction from Gust and Excel, so I don't think we would have died. But then also it would have been a ton of damage, so that could have been bad as well. But yeah, I think we're out of the worst of it at least. This is just range units left, and Neathhogger, who is also a massive threat, but I think Weapon Triangle should help us out here. Yeah, that much should be in our favor. Alright, but man, this was a really tough. I was really worried about whether or not Erica would be able to do this, because the thing about that mythic Neathhogger, that New Year's Neathhogger, is that she is blessable, which means if he had some speed supported mythic, I don't think we would have been able to win the speed check.
What now?
Which is the only thing that holds mythic Neathhogger. Actually, no. Someone pointed out to me, I can't remember who right now, but whoever you put in that extra slot, that additional slot for offense, they actually get mythic buffs, which I didn't even realize. Like, I've been using it this whole time, and you see Peony here with 56 HP, and that's because she's getting plus 10 from she's getting plus 10 from Gutso and Rune, plus the res, and I think Rune gives attack, or is it res? I don't remember which one, but yeah, she's getting Peony here is getting additional stats because she's in that extra slot. She typically doesn't have so much HP, which is actually insane. I didn't realize that was a thing. What is this? Man, massive hit.
How's this?
No, you're kidding. Come on. Jesus Christ. Okay, at least we're able to heal. My God. Yo, Neathhogger taking 0 damage there. Oh, and I didn't even notice that she had Hardy Berry. The seal, of course. I think we got this, no? Yeah. Jeez. Yo, how I'm gonna take out this this Neathhogger. She's taking no damage. At least we get Ather off the map, which means she should have less bulk next turn. But man, she took no damage just now, and that's not a great thing. That is not good. She did way more damage to Erica than I was able to do to her, and she's a blue unit, so that doesn't make any sense. I only got 2 turns left, and I have to take out these 3 bulky. Let's go all the way back so that Fjorm doesn't end up far saving Neathhogger, or getting far saved by Neathhogger. Because this Fjorm is near save, so if we can get,
let us begin.
I want to say Rune or Citrine up there. I keep calling her Citrine, it's Saline. If you can get one of them up there, we can probably take out Fjorm at range. We won't have that much luck against Neathhogger, but we're gonna have to leave that in Erica's hands. I don't want Freyr to rally. I want him to attack, so I think this is gonna have to be the play. Because I think if Neathhogger can reach, he'll definitely rally instead of attacking, because he dies if he attacks into Erica. 100% sure. So we're gonna leave it like this. Okay. Let's break some of this stuff here so that we can get out and be a little bit more mobile if we need to.
I go.
And
upon your word.
We're like, I don't know how much more bulk they're gonna add into the game, but it's getting to that point, man. Like, jeez, nothing is dying. Like, literally, this is essentially my most powerful unit this season. Erica here, with the support that she has, she does the most damage in terms of a melee unit, and she's hitting this New Year's Neathhogger for 0 on 2 hits. That is just insane. I really don't know where we're going to go with damage output from here, but the amount of damage that you would need to take out something like her is looking kind of crazy. Without armor effective damage, I want to say, or an AoE, not quite sure what you would do to beat this. I'm very terrified of this unit, to be honest. I'm very terrified of this Neathhogger. Like, look at that, man. Look at all the support this Erica has, and I'm doing like what, 9? I'm doing 12 damage to her at the most. Man, this is not looking great. We're gonna have to enemy phase. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna have to enemy phase her. How? I keep forgetting that
I will be cautious.
This Reagan doesn't have full null follow up, which is a problem.
What now? I will try.
Rune doing nothing. Geez. We gotta figure out how to get to Fjorm as well. Because I don't want Fjorm to start near saving here. That's gonna be another problem. Since I only have 1 turn left, I want to keep them separated. We're gonna ball up some more, and I don't know, man. We're gonna try to figure this out, but yeah. While I do that, mythic buffs are now a thing, and that is exceptional for I want to say mythic Neathhogger in particular, because when she first came out, I said that she is definitely going to have longevity because of how powerful she is and how bulky she is, and the only drawback is that she's not going to be bonus. You know, this is the last week of her being a bonus unit.
Upon your word.
That's probably no longer going to be the case, because at some point we're going to get the Astra version of Rune, and that will mean that Neathhogger, mythic Neathhogger, will be able to get mythic blessings. So that's potential plus 20 to HP that she'll be able. So she's going to be able to rock up with currently 40 plus 20, 60. Summoner support an additional 10, 70 HP, which makes her pretty much impossible to kill. That's gonna make her on par with the likes of Hector and Mortis and all of the modern far saves that we currently have. And I don't know if everyone was aware, but I really missed that was a possibility with the extra slot. And it is actually a very good addition because of that effect. And you also, well, to be fair, you have to put her in the extra slot to get the buffs. So that would mean that you'd have to wait 3 turns just to far save with her. But I think it's potentially worth it because of how strong she is as a far saver, as a mythic far saver, who will also be able to get the mythic blessings. I think she is going to age really, really well, even though you'll have to wait the 3 turns to get those extra buffs. But it's great for her. It's great for I forget her name. Uller. It's also really, really great for Uller. Can we get this? 33. Come on, Erica. Yes! Woo! Okay. All right. I don't think we would have been able to player phase her. That is fantastic. Well, it looks like then a lot. Well, probably because she didn't have anyone within 2 spaces, so she probably didn't get some of her effects, as well as Ather was no longer there. But man, that was really not something that I thought we would be able to get through. And it looks like Rune is going to be able to take out this Fiorum as well, so we're just going to do that. But man, that was another tough match today. Jeez. But yeah, just to wrap up, because we're done at this stage, we've already gotten everything we need to. But Uller with mythic buffs, mythic blessings, is fantastic because that gives her additional speed and attack, and those are stats that she needs. She really needs those stats to perform better because I have a team set up with that, and I use the Uller. Man, she is really good. It makes sense to invest into her now because one of her drawbacks was that she needs the stats to perform well. And there was just no way for her to get it outside of Dragon Flowers, but now you can give Uller those stats. So she's just one of the many units that are mythics that actually benefit from this support system, which I didn't realize. And I'm thinking it's probably going to work on defense as well. So that's something to look forward to. That's really interesting. I want to see how that comes into play when we get the next mythic version. Let's see.